the first time actually that I've attended a virtual conference, and what a conference to attend. I mean, the amount of speakers. I found it quite overwhelming to start with because of the choice, but I found actually if you sit 5 minutes before each day and kind of make a list of who you want to see and who you want to get through, and obviously that's the beauty of the Summit Central platform, that you can just go back later and catch the ones that you've missed perhaps. But I think my favourite. Oh, that's a tough one. Do you know what? I've got a bit of a soft spot for Diana Osagie. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She did the 6 nuggets of female leadership, and actually that really resonated with me. And I was listening to it thinking, staff in my organization would really, really benefit from that kind of uplifting, positive message. And it's about female leadership, but like Diana said, it's not just for females. It was for anybody in leadership, really. So that was eye opening and something unexpected from the conference for me. I was expecting, the Williams, the Hatties, for them to talk about the latest things that they're endeavoring upon. But yeah, the Diana Osagie one for me was the best. So we used it pretty much straight after the World Education Summit itself. So in April we had an inset for formative assessment, because obviously the sector itself going through teacher assessed grades, we thought the quickest way for learners to make swift and rapid progress would be mastering formative assessment and getting learners swiftly through those kind of building blocks, if you like. So we pre-selected 9 videos from your World Ed Summit platform, and then we kind of prefaced them on a SharePoint site, and our staff had to pick a minimum of 3. They could watch all 9 if they wanted to, but we set out time throughout the day and structured it for them. But obviously, because we were in lockdown where we are in Weston-super-Mare at that point, staff could just come in and out of that. And the feedback really from that day was, A, fantastic speakers that they would never have gotten a chance to see live themselves, because we have over 500 staff. And B, the fact that, when you have a live conference, it's brilliant and you get immersed in that kind of atmosphere. But actually, when you've got the videos, you can pause, you can reflect, you can stop, you can think, you can share with a colleague, you can call somebody up and ask a question. So yeah, we've used it that way thus far. It remains to be seen how we might use it going forward for the remainder of the 9 or 10 months that we've got the passes for. We obviously came back face to face for us end of April, start of May, and actually going around doing learning walks and our own kind of internal deep dives to our own quality assurance mechanisms. Formative assessment actually came out as a strength, whereas at the start of the year it was kind of one of our main areas for development. Our results this year have surpassed benchmarks across all areas, I believe. I'm still waiting for a few of them to come in. I don't want to speak too soon. But just increased confidence in all of the teachers, really. And I've got their personal development plans set up for this year, and you can dip in and out of them and you can see where some of the strategies that they want to implement have come directly from some of those videos. So I think the impact is kind of in a heightened awareness around, some really easy to use and implement strategies in the classroom, but also more of a kind of conceptual awareness of how these things impact different learners within our sector, from like work-based learning, apprenticeships, traineeships, A-levels, GCSEs, and all that kind of thing. So yeah, huge impact. Probably a bit too soon to measure the actual amount and the depth that they'll be, but yeah, really good. Do you know what? The diversity and the way that it was easily split up, so you could find a kind of theme or a stage or a platform that worked for you and what you were looking for. To give you an example, I was really interested in some of the leadership ones, and I've mentioned Osagie previously. But I think that was really useful, and I think it was really nice and a touching tribute for the Ken Robinson stage, actually. For those of us that have gone through the journey of finding your element, I think that was really nice to see that on the day. So I think really just the breadth of what was on offer and the ease with which to navigate that, whether it was kind of within the conference on those days from I think it's 22nd to 25th of March, or whether it was through the Summit Central platform, I think that was the best bit for me. Do you know what? I was thinking about this, and I think maybe just repeating a few of those talks throughout the live event, because sometimes on the day you think, oh, I'll come back to that one, I'll come back to that one, and more often than not you do. But sometimes you really want to see two right at the same time. So maybe having either a duplication throughout the 3 days that it's live, or maybe getting Summit Central platform released a bit sooner, which I appreciate is a huge endeavor for the team that sit behind it. But honestly, you couldn't fault it. As I said, my first virtual conference, and I was kind of a bit skeptical, to be honest, having gone to various conferences, global conferences before, not just in the UK. But actually, I would attend one again, and I've already got my ticket for next year.